Hey soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we are doing what did they mess up or do behind your back. Now this could be anyone that you have on your mind or you can allow the reading to show you who that could be. I'm doing this reading with the intention of you getting the information that you're meant to know right now. And to do this reading we are going to be picking 3 piles together. So we have 1, 2, how about we take this one, and 3. Let's see what we have. These are going to be pictures. So you're going to take a look at the 3 pictures and see which one you're the most drawn to. That is pile number 1. Pile number 2. And pile number 3. Right. If you like to pick with crystals, let me add these right now. There we go. So for pile number 1, we have the Garnett, and this is what your crystal looks like. For pile number 2, we have the Amazonite, and this is what your crystal looks like. For pile number 3, we have the Cherry Quartz, and this is what your crystal looks like. So take a look at which one of these 3 piles or 3 crystals you're the most drawn to. And that's probably the pile for you here today. And as I always say, let the reading speak to you and let your intuition guide you to the right messages that you're meant to hear in today's reading. So whether it's calling for you to check just one pile, you know that's the one, then that's the one for you. If you feel drawn to several, you feel like perhaps maybe more of this, a little of this, or maybe both of them are calling to me, or perhaps today you feel like the 3 piles are calling for you. And in this case, let your intuition guide the way. As I said, whether one, several, or all, it will always guide you to the right readings. And as usual, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times and I'll see you in your readings. Hey soul family, welcome to your shuffling and card picking process. It is so lovely to have you here as we prepare and pick the cards for your piles for today's reading. Welcome. Let me introduce your cards or your decks to you before we begin. On the left are the Oracle decks, and on the right are the tarot decks that we will be using for your reading. If you're interested in any of the decks that I use, you'll find that I leave their names down in the description box for you to check them out in any reading in case you're interested in any of the decks that I use. Okay, so let's now begin shuffling with intention. And we kindly want to know for today's reading, what did they mess up or do behind your back that you're supposed to know, you're meant to know in today's reading? What did they do or perhaps mess up behind your back? Okay, let's pick up the next deck. Okay. So we kindly want to know, what did they mess up or perhaps do behind your back? let's now pick up the tea leaf, and we'll be dividing it into 3 parts, making it easy for us to handle the deck since it's a bit big. Right. There we go. So, what did they mess up or do behind your back? What did they mess up? Thanks. Or do behind your back? What did they mess up? Or these 3? Or do behind your back? There we go. Right, so now our oracle cards for today's reading are ready. Let's start picking up your tarot. We're only going to be picking 1 card from this deck, and then as usual we'll be picking up 2 cards from each of the rest of the tarot decks. So we kindly want to know, what did they do or mess up behind your back, please? What are you meant to know in today's reading? 1, 2, and 3. Right. What did they mess up or do behind your back? What did they mess up or do behind your back? And I feel this one. Okay. Let's now pick up your next tarot deck and shuffle with intention. What did they mess up or do behind your back? And this one. All right. Oh, 2. What did they perhaps mess up or do behind your back? Okay. Let's pick up our last tarot deck and ask, what did they mess up or do behind your back? These are 3, I'll keep them. Oh, also 3. Fine, it is what it is, right? Wonderful. Well, since these are 3s, I'll pick 1 up for this one as well. Kind of decided for itself that it's a 3. All right. So let's now put your piles neatly together. Pick up pile number 1. There we go. With the garnet. Pile number 2. the Amazonite. And pile number 3. With the cherry quartz. There we go. So our 3 piles for today's reading are now ready. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I always appreciate it and love sharing your energy. Love you guys very much. And let's get straight into your reading. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the beautiful Garnett as well as this really interesting card. Let's see how these fit into your reading. And as you know, we're taking a look at what did this person that you have on your mind mess up or perhaps do behind your back. So you have, interesting. You have visitor, and we have Venus, which this is the 7th moon mansion, ruled by Venus and Uranus in Gemini. Okay. You have poverty, and you have jug, light-hearted, carefree time. That 37. 7 seems to be a prominent number here. Okay, let's take a look at the rest of your cards. You have the 3 of swords. Okay, that's pretty powerful. You have the hermit. You have the lovers cards. There we go. Sorry guys, YouTube new rules. You also have the Ace of Swords, the 8 of Wands, the 10 of Pentacles, you have the Queen of Wands, the 5 of Wands, you have the 8 of Cups, and you have the 8 of Pentacles. So what are we seeing here? Some thought. There's a lot of planning here. And there is distraction. Someone seems to have distracted you with something to do something else. There is certainly someone in your vicinity, someone around you who has quite a close connection with you, someone who assumably you love and they love, presumably I mean, you love and they love you back, someone who acts as someone who's close to you, but you giving your back here, it seems like there is actually things that are happening behind your back with this person. Also, I'm sure as we take a closer look at your reading, we'll be able to get more clues into who this person is. But the first clue we can clearly see is that this is a person who you really love a lot. But this is a person who you at the same time feel like you're stuck one way or the other. You kind of have hope that if they behave differently, they'll be able to free this connection, or that they will be this connection will be much better. But with poverty, you always get some lightheartedness, some fun times, but it lacks at its core. There is a lack of depth in the core of this connection. With lightheartedness, especially here, this person keeps distracting you. You know, they keep putting your attention somewhere so that they can do other things behind your back. And here's the thing with the blue dakini as well and the Three of Swords. They can step on your feelings by distracting you, because the movements of the black dakini, you know, the black dakini translates to she who moves through space. There's a lot of energy, shunyata energy in the blue dakini. And so her movements make it possible for thoughts and ideas to emerge within the mind. And so I feel here there is this energy of their actions say one thing and their words say something else completely different. They do not match together. Pile number 1. You know, you find them in situations where there is fun, when it's all jokes and games, but in more serious situations where you need them, they're not there. They flee very quickly. They're just not there. Now, what is this person doing behind your back? And more clues to who they are. You know, in the Hermit card, I kind of feel like they are holding, you know, a solution and a sample of blood in their hands. So this is kind of letting me see that this is perhaps blood related, someone who's blood related, or someone that is vital to your life, like a romantic relationship, or someone who provides food on your table, which could be someone at work, perhaps some person that you work with that is vital to either your career or your business. It could be someone at home, someone very close to you. That's another clue here. That could literally be living with you at home, either home or work. This person lately told you the truth, right? But it is the truth, but they formulated it in a way that would fit their agenda, fit what they want to do. So it's not, with the truth, it could be not the whole truth. It could be the truth, but presented to you with their own view of the situation. Like, for example, they can tell you the truth that it is the client that changed the dates of the event, but they won't tell you that it was them who didn't deliver things on time, making the client feel that they won't be able to receive your service this month, and so they have to do their event the next month, and this is when they'll organize things with you, for example. So now you feel like your client dropped this month and they're only going to start working with you next month, and it is the truth that they dropped, but the picture wasn't complete, that it was because your partner or the person you're working with did not deliver the things needed for this month, and so they had to cancel for this month. Something like that. or that it's this person that maybe flirted with them, but they didn't tell you the history of them giving hints for this person to have the courage for them to go and talk to them. Something like that. So recently, they did give you a piece of information that was the truth. But again, it's a form of distraction from the real truth, from what they have done. And so if you investigate this piece of truth, you'll realize that it is honest, but there is more that they're playing with here that they did not entirely tell you. The reason they do what they do here, this dynamic is working in the way that it is with you, is because although they're not very maybe responsible or not very, they don't keep to their word, they like you a lot with the Ten of Pentacles. There's something about this connection with you that means a lot to them. They do not want to drop this connection. In fact, with the Eight of Cups, they're very afraid or worried that you'd ask them to leave, that you would have another friend or another employee or another partner, whatever it is. They're worried about them having to leave this bond. But at the same time, this is a person who feels that you have a very strong character, a very strong personality with the Queen of Wands, but you are in the right as well. You're not wrong, and they know that. And so they feel challenged with the Five of Wands, with all of the things that they have to keep up in order to keep a connection as precious as this. And this is from their point of views, but really any connection in the world, one needs to be responsible and one needs to show up for the other person. It's not something, it's not a sort of a homework that they have to do to keep the connection, but it is the energy that we're seeing here in this pile, that to them, perhaps there's a lot of maturing to do, where they have to realize that in order to keep a beautiful connection like that, a very special connection like that, there are important things that come with it, and they have to be there in the important times. They have to keep their words and their actions coherent, and they shouldn't be hiding the truth. And so I feel with the Ace of Swords here, they're holding the sword. I feel like if you, the trick here this time is that they're very confident that if you trace what they're saying, that you will find that they were actually right. But this reading here is telling you what you are meant to know, is that there is more to investigate in this scenario that we're seeing here. You have to do a different type of investigation, because if you trace, like we said, the information, you'll find that it's actually true. So let's pick up your tarot cards and gain more clarity on on how to find out the truth in this situation, since you're meant to know about it in today's reading. So what are you advised to do exactly to investigate this situation that you're meant to know today? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So you have the King of Wands. Oh, sorry. There we go. The Knight of Wands. Wow, that's powerful energy. Okay. Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, that's cool. Page of Cups. The Star. And you have the Strength card. Something big is going to be released out of this, actually. Some big truth is going to be revealed with that. So obviously, the first thing that I'm seeing, especially that they're in conjunction with the Eight of Wands, I'm seeing a lot of power. King of Wands, Knight of Wands. I'm seeing to talk about this while standing your ground and being strong and not being wishy-washy. This will require you to stand in your position and to firmly ask to be perhaps told the truth, or we'll see with the rest of the cards what you're meant to do exactly. But if it's questions, or if it's you being bold and asking something that you didn't ask before, yeah, this situation definitely now requires your strength and your boldness. Why? Before I continue with the Wheel of Fortune, the reason I put it up here is because I see your spirit guides telling you that you'll be very fortunate as you look into the situation. It's quite loose. If you just do a little bit of digging up, you'll be able to find this truth right away. It's like asking a bold question to someone they know, or the person involved in this, or asking a bold question that they didn't expect you to ask, something like that. So this requires a lot of boldness. How now do you go about it? Through the mermaid here, blowing through the seashell, I certainly see communication. This communication that you will have with this person will release something big. With the Star and the Strength card, will definitely release something big, something that you weren't expecting, but something that will be very useful for you. Yeah, it will be very useful. Maybe you want to leave them, or maybe you will be able to use it to improve the connection or improve later communication between the two of you, or find out important truth to you. So here with the poverty in conjunction with this Page of Cups, I see or not in conjunction, I mean them being presented here is showing to provide them with something that they lack or something that they want. You know, it's just the way they do it. If they do something to you, then it means this is the way it works with them. If this is how they translated the world. And so here, your reading is advising you to provide them, to distract them with something that you can give them, something that they would love to have from you, being dangling to tell you the truth, to come closer to the truth. Because here it seems like they're hiding something that is very critical. Like we see here, you're going to see some big truth. And so to investigate this, your cards are showing me to stand bold and to present something that means something to them, you know? This way you'll find that you'll be very lucky to find that truth. That truth will be very beneficial. You know, it will show you where it's unfair to you, what's being held off. Perhaps it'll help you to clear the air between the two of you and make things better. All in all, you will be surprised by what's hiding underneath and how it can help you in this very critical situation. You're definitely not seeing something here, my dear pile number one, and you're being asked to tread through it carefully but boldly, you know? Give something, but stand there bold, asking for it, asking for more information, you know? To stir the wheel, to take charge, to ask the right questions, and you will be able to, you'll be very fortunate, and you'll find what is critical. This way you can fix things or do the right thing for you, my dear pile number one. And this is exactly what I see in your reading. Don't worry if you're thinking, I don't know if I can do this, if I can extract something. You're going to be very fortunate and very lucky if you take the wheel and drive the conversation, you'll be able to really find what you want. This is exactly what I see in your reading, my dear pile number 1. I wish you all the best of luck in this situation. And if you've enjoyed your reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Also, if you enjoy Zodiac Tarot readings, make sure you check out my other channel. It's the first link in the description box. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book, my dear pile number 1. This book is small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate or waste time reading it, but you'll find that it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying the process. And so if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. There's also an audiobook if you love listening to your books. And my dear pal number 1, it was such a pleasure doing this reading for you. I wish you the best of luck in this situation. You're going to unveil something very important. And my dear pal number 1, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the Amazonite as well as this very interesting card. Let's see how this fits into your reading. And as you know, we're taking a look at how did this person that you have in your mind, or perhaps someone else, we'll see how the reading leads us. What did they mess up or do behind your back? So, pile number 2, you have the 8th moon mansion that's ruled by the moon and Pluto and Cancer with night. Okay. You also have judication. Interesting. Right. You have firecracker with excitement. There seems to be a surprise here. You're going to be surprised. Okay, you might be surprised towards the end of the month with the 30th here, 30th of November. Okay, something might be beginning during the lunar eclipse on the 8th, and you might find out about it towards the end of the month. That could be the situation. Let's see the rest of your cards. So you have the Siren of Air with Lilith. I think that is the Knight of Swords. Yes, the Knight of Swords. Okay, you have the Three of Swords, sorry, with Sorrow. You have the Six of Cups with Pleasure. You have the Six of Swords with Earned Success. Okay, interesting. You have the Nine of Wands. The Queen of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles. Right. The Knight of Cups. The Queen of Pentacles again. Now that's significant. All right. And you have the Nine of Swords. So let's take a closer look at who this person could be, in what area of your life, and what are they doing behind your back. What did they do, or what did they mess up behind your back? We are taking a look at someone who feels that it's very hard to get to you, either to get in touch with you or to get to you as in whatever they do, it doesn't bother you, you know? You have this nonchalant air to you, and you refuse to allow them to control you or for them to overpower you. yeah, it's not like you're not following what they want, because we see here with Lilith, as you know, she is the Babylonian goddess of darkness. Now, in one of the Hebrew legends, she refused to be with Adam. And so here we see that you are refusing them, or you're refusing the trials that they do to inflict pain on you, or the trials that they do to get to you. This could be someone who wants to befriend you, someone who wants to have a relationship with you, or someone who just wants to get at you, someone around you of that sort. They show you power, but really, with the Nine of Swords, this is a person who is very stressed by you, also feels very bad that you are either in this power or that you ignore them. Yeah, that you ignore them. So what's going on here? What they're doing behind your back, it's not something that they did. What they are doing behind your back, they think here they're going to surprise you with some news towards the end of the month. They're cooking up something, really thinking or studying about something. They think they can surprise you with something by the end of this month. Now, with the judication here, they feel that you won't really be able to do anything but to succumb to what they want. Otherwise, other people are gonna, they think that you'll be worried about other people judging you. So they're really thinking about this. They're cooking something up here. They think that they are going to celebrate this towards the end of the month. They feel like you're in power now, but they feel that they are going to take that power away from you towards the end of the month and cause this pain back onto you. They feel like you will have no other situation, no other thing to do but to succumb to what they're what they're trying to force you to do behind people's back or behind the scenes, and that they will be celebrating with a lot of pleasure what they've done, and they deserve to have this pleasure because you aren't succumbing to their wishes, and that you've caused them a lot of pain, and so you really deserve, and from their point of view, of course, that you really deserve that plan that they're putting up for you. How about we pick up your tarot cards and try to get more information on this plan? What are they going to force you to do here? First, we're going to take a look at what they want, what they are forcing you to do, and how you can prevent this. First and foremost, I do feel like you are absolutely protected by your spirit guides. It's not going to happen to you. This plan is going to go to waste. That's for sure. Now, let's see what more information on what their plan is here. What do they feel like you won't have any choice but to succumb to? What is that, please? 1, 2, 3. I feel this one. I'm going to take it. 4 and 5. I'm seeing the letters N and A. Of course, N and A could signify not available. You're not there. You don't care. I'm also seeing 7 and 8. 8. They've been cooking it up. I noticed 2 different dates. They've been cooking this up since the solar eclipse. Okay. So you have the 8 of Wands. What is it that they're cooking up here that you won't have any choice from their point of view but to succumb to it? You have the 8 of Wands. You have the 6 of Pentacles. They're planning to make people talk. Yeah, that's why I have the judification here. The judication. You have the Page of Pentacles, the 2 of Cups, and the 10 of Wands. What is it? Let me have a closer look at your cards. First of all, we can clearly see explosive news. They're planning, they have some information that they felt was amazing, kind of like information that came to them at the right time. And they're planning to release it at a certain time, perhaps towards the end of the month. They're planning, they think this information is really key, because if you don't do what they want, they'll have people talk behind your back. So that's how they think you'll be forced to do it. Peer pressure. The way they feel you'll be forced to do it, we didn't know why, but now we know it is peer pressure. The thing is here, it's explosive news. Something has changed. Something has changed, perhaps in your environment, in the laws, new rules about something, and they're like, these are the rules, it's not me, something like that. Perhaps they didn't give you time to prepare. Yeah. But there's something really amazing in your reading. Now I understand why you have pleasure and earned success. Look at that pile number 2. There's a plot. There's a twist to your story, a plot twist here. So they think they're gonna surprise you with something. They think they're gonna celebrate something. They think they're gonna take the power back. But the funny thing is, obviously during the lunar eclipse, a lot of things have changed in your life as well, because we're seeing the 8th. A lot of changes are happening in your life as well that are serving you in a wonderful way. With the 2 of Cups, you have another opportunity. Something is opening up its doors for you, and you're keeping it yourself. Do you see how this figure is keeping the pentacle to themselves? So this figure, yeah, we keep seeing they don't know much about you. You're very not available. So as per the information that they have with Saturn here, they think you're gonna really pay for making them feel bad the way they do. And they have all of these surprises waiting for you, waiting to surprise you with and say, you can't do, now you've got nothing to do, because the underlying what they're saying is that other people will be bashing them for not maybe behaving appropriately, or socially bashing you for not behaving right, because these are the rules or something. Now, with this person, you are lucky, because your reading is saying you don't need to worry, because by the time they explode, do you see the arrows that are full of bulbs here that they're planning here for you? They'll be the ones carrying all of this, because you'll be out of this situation. You have an opportunity or another. Maybe you're leaving altogether, and maybe that situation will not fit you, because as per their old information, these new rules perhaps fit you, but now they don't. Something is changing, not for them. Yes, they got great news that they're going to use, but something for you too has changed. That's what I was like, Page of Pentacles, 2 of Cups. Yes, something is changing for you too. And so by the time they bring this up, you are not there in the first place. As always, not available. And so this is how your spirit guides are protecting you from this nasty situation, because they thought they were going to make you suffer. In the Hebrew legend, Lilith was cursed, and she gave birth to 100 demon children each day until she found refuge, and she went off to the desert to flee and to find peace. So they thought that they were going to really make you pay for this every day. They're in a lot of pain, this person we're doing this reading about. They're in a lot of pain, perhaps coming as we are unraveling the story, a lot from their ego. And although they put up a very strong front, they are, without you knowing, in a lot of pain. Pile number 2. So unfortunately for them, the situation that they're planning for and cannot wait to bring up towards the end of the month will be the very same karma that they will instantly be carrying on their back. See, we see surprises brimming, a lot of volcanoes in this specific reading, a lot of surprising events that they're brimming and planning for with the nine of wands. They're standing there strong because they know they're gonna explode the news or bring out the news. But as you can clearly see here, they will be carrying the consequences of this piece of news. So what looked like great news at the beginning of the month will turn out to actually be very bad news for them towards the end of the month. Let me give you an example. Let's say you have a roommate who is very toxic and you are most of the time not available. You lock yourself in or you go out because you're trying to avoid their toxicity. So let's say before you rented this room, this roommate ruined something there, like the walls or something, and then you had to take the room. It's not that bad at all, but you have to do with the money that you have, and you rented this room, right? Which previously was her room or their room. Now suddenly the building new rules is that every room that has something that isn't top notch, everyone has to fix whatever is in their room. And this person couldn't wait to tell you about it towards the end of the month when they're about to apply this, because they know that towards the end of the month perhaps you won't have the finances to do it, that it's your problem, that you're really gonna be paying hard to fix this problem even though it's not theirs, and they can't wait to feel happy and to watch you crumble. And they know that if you don't do it, then she's gonna be talking to everyone and telling them, oh my god, this person is so messy, they don't want to follow the rules, I'm tired of having them around, I'm tired of the way they behave, and so on. This person couldn't wait to talk behind your back. They also feel like they have control now, because if you don't do these walls, they're gonna keep saying, oh, we don't want to get into issues with the building here. I think you have to clean up your room, or you have to paint your room, because we don't want any issues, please. And they were going to start nagging you over it. They were going to feel happy watching you crumble and bullying you over this whole situation. Now, along with that, you've got another opportunity. You started working. They don't know about that. You signed a great contract with some great financial benefits, and now you can afford to move altogether. You've been planning all of these things behind the scenes, and now you are leaving. So by the time this whole situation is about to be, or they plan to present this to you as, a whole surprise, and to be happy to watch you be shocked over the situation, now that you have to do something about it, although it was not fair, they will find, surprisingly, they will be the ones who are surprised that you've left. And now they are the ones who have to carry the whole place. They have to fix everything that is in the place. And the rules that they were very happy to hear at some point in the beginning of the month, or whatever type of news, is turning out against them, where they are the ones paying for this news because you're not there in the first place. So that's the example of the energy that I'm seeing. Of course, it doesn't have to be a place or a roommate or anything like that. That's what I could think about as an example of the energy that I'm seeing. But overall, there is someone around you who is very intimidated by your power, feels like you're not available most of the time. They feel like they can't control you, and they are suffering because of it, and they want to take that power away from you. They think they're going to be celebrating this announcement of this news, and they're going to say it to you in an equally nonchalant way, and that you have to suffer the consequences. But towards the end of the month, my dear pile number 2, we can see 11 here clearly. Towards the end of the month, you are leaving this whole situation, and you will be surprised to see that this happened and that they're paying for it now. Very interesting reading. That's why the main theme here is that you're protected. You're taken care of. This is not going to touch you. My dear pal number 2, may you always be protected, guided and loved. This was your reading. I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Also, if you enjoy Zodiac Tarot readings, make sure you check out my other channel. It's the first link in the description box. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book, my dear pile number 2. This book is small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate or waste time reading it. But you'll find that it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying the process. You'll find that this book truly holds true to this promise. And if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. There's also an audiobook if you love listening to your books. And my dear pile number 2, was such a pleasure and a magical experience doing this reading for you. That's the true meaning, really, of being protected. May you always be protected. I mean, it's the direct way of seeing protection. May you always be protected, my dear pal number 2, and loved. Please do update me. I hope and wish you the best. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the beautiful cherry quartz, as well as this very interesting card, especially that it came into a reading where we're taking a look at what someone messed up or did behind your back. And that's literally what we see here. So obviously there is someone that did do something behind your back. Let's first take a look at the rest of your cards and see what that is exactly and what you're meant to know about it today. So you have the full moon, air, with solution. And by the way, if you hear any background noise, just a heads up, this is my dog. I always keep him with me. Thank you so much for understanding. You also have gift. All right. How interesting. Right? So you have ear with good news. I kind of felt that with gift here. Let's find out more. Perhaps the good news here, and I don't mean it in any vindictive way, but rather in restoring balance kind of way. You might hear about someone paying their karma or something, especially with solution here. But I don't know. Let's take a look at the rest of your cards. You have the 10 of Wands with Theon. Okay. You have the Page of Cups. The Hierophant. It's like being illuminated with a lesson here, which we keep seeing. You have the Six of Wands with victory. You have the Death card. The Sun card. The King of Swords. The Queen of Pentacles. You have the Emperor. And you have the Death card again. And it's again lining towards the end of the reading. That's pretty significant, showing us that there is some grand transformation here within this situation. There is someone that you know that seems to have done something behind your back, and they're sitting there worried sick that you found out, that you'd find out. You haven't found out yet, but when you do, absolutely everything is going to change from that moment onwards. And they are just waiting around, sitting there waiting for you to hear about what they have done. It seems like the news is coming out. We see also the idea of karma, repaying karma with it's thione. I keep pronouncing it wrong. Sorry, it's not theon, it's thione. It's pronounced thione, and which translates to inspired frenzy. And so Thione is the Greek goddess of divine frenzy. There's a long story here, but I will share the goddess Thione's story if we feel like the reading calls for it. Someone has betrayed your trust one way or the other. Perhaps they've only betrayed your trust once, but they're very afraid of it coming into the light. And it seems like they're afraid because you're going to hear about it. So this could be someone who has perhaps maybe cheated. It doesn't have to be at all. It could be someone, a friend who's done something behind your back. Something has been going on in the darkness. Why? Because the goddess Thione, or she was, by the way, mortal, who became immortal, became a goddess. So she was a regular person, and she had an affair with Zeus. He found her to be very beautiful, and he would cheat on her behind Hera's back, and would come and meet her secretly in the dark of the night frequently. So this seems like this is someone who has done something behind your back. It could be quite toxic if you hear about it. Perhaps this is why they're worried sick here. And someone's presenting you. They know that someone is going to be presenting you or illuminating you with this piece of news. And with this information with the King of Swords, this is big information with the King of Swords. Do you see here, someone's waiting to be burned. Someone's afraid that it's their time to burn. They're really afraid of you losing them, which obviously you will. You might really be ending this connection one way or the other, to feel like you've been betrayed this way. And so with the Emperor card here, I feel like it's like a chess piece with no pieces. Like they keep thinking and strategizing, but they don't have anything to play with. There's nothing they can say about what they have done. When can you expect the news? Maybe on the 17th or the 20th. Also, I see the symbol of Jupiter, which is a symbol of great luck, victory. Maybe this is towards the beginning of next month, actually. So, yeah, on the 20th or the beginning of next month, the news may come out. Perhaps as we see someone presenting the news to you, the reason they're waiting this way is because they know that someone is about to tell you. Someone told them that they're gonna tell you. And so we see you being illuminated with the Hierophant here. You're being informed with the information very soon about this situation. You see, you're getting to know, you're being illuminated for sure. Now, the reason someone wants to tell you here is because they see the toxicity, maybe. They see that they want to save you. Someone has that instinctual feeling that they want to save you from this lie. And although you could be very dear to this person, they still, unfortunately, have done something very toxic. And someone wants to save you from this situation. And it does look with the Death card coming up twice that once you hear about this, it does look like you are going to be saying goodbye, because the Queen of Pentacles is a queen that is independent. And so I see you're detaching yourself from this person. And we can clearly see it in the cards here. Goodbye. That will be like the ultimate repayment of karma for this person, because this person cannot imagine you giving your back to them. That's absolutely painful, it seems, from this card. In fact, so painful that it's breaking my heart watching them feel this way towards you. But I do understand that at the same time, they did do something behind the scenes that wasn't appropriate, that was behind your back, that wasn't right. And they thought they can cook it, hide it. But you know, when you do barbecue, there's a smell. Everyone can smell it. And so they aren't capable of hiding it, because it was going to come, the knowledge was going to come to you, and you were going to know about it one day or the other. Let's pick up your cards and find out what they're hiding here. Although you're going to hear about it, but what are you meant to know right now with this situation? What are you meant to know, my dear pile number 3? This seems to be someone very dear to you, or someone that holds you very dearly. They know what you're going to do once you hear about this. 10 of Swords. They did something that they greatly regret. Greatly regret. Okay. 9 of Swords, my God. Their conscious and the fears keep them up at night every day, thinking about what they've done and what could happen as a consequence, and who's going to tell you, especially from the time they realize that someone's here going to come and tell you. 3 of Swords. They feel like the situation is much bigger than them now. What they've done is so big. It's irrefutable, you know? Yeah, it's horrible. Again, with the death of the whale here, it's the death of something really big. The connection between the both of you. Hierophant again. They feel like you're really gonna learn about it. You're gonna know about it. We keep seeing you being illuminated. You're learning about this situation. I'm not getting from the cards exactly what it is, but it is something that was toxic done behind your back, and you're meant to hear it at a certain time, perhaps on the 17th. So yeah, look out for that date here. So this could be a lover, someone who you do business with, an employee that you gave a big responsibility to, that you trusted, something like that, who had a big shot with you, a big opportunity with you, and it's no longer going to be available by that time. But it's good news for you. It's good news that you are going to find out, because with the good news, obviously, there is a solution here. You're going to find out at the right time, and you're going to do something about it that will make your situation great. See, because the reason I say that is because you have the victory with the Six of Wands. So it's going to make you victorious at something, and it's going to really take a huge toll on them. This could end their career. It could end their relationship with you. It could end this project, whatever it is that they're hiding and very afraid of here. With all of the books, there is hidden information. How about we ask, why did this person do what they've done? Maybe this provides better clues. So why did this person do what they've done here behind your back? They found a back door. They thought they had a back door to getting what they want. Like they can, you know that expression, have their cake and eat it too? You have the Knight of Pentacles. So Knight of Pentacles, Four of Cups, and Six of Pentacles. So why did they do what they have done? Well, it seems with the Four of Pentacles, with the Four of Cups, that there is some lack of emotion that they really needed, that they thought that they couldn't get with that, you know. Sometimes people want to feel important. Sometimes people want to feel needed. Sometimes people want to satisfy something. So yeah, it was something that they lacked and they thought they can satisfy. Maybe they lacked money, they lacked something, they wanted power. It's some sort of lack that they were looking for. Knight of Pentacles. And they thought they have this planned, like they got this, you know? That's the bad part here. That they lacked it and planned for it. They thought they can plan this well to protect themselves. And Six of Pentacles, there's this weird thought of them being allowed to do that because they plan to give. They plan to give you what you need, or give what this entity needs, so they can, you know, give themselves what they want too. And through this, they planned it to go this way. But with the Death card here, this strategy created a lot of toxicity, perhaps a lot of lies, a lot of cheating, a lot of hiding, and overall it kind of messed things up so much beneath the surface, where it looks all calm on the outside, but really underneath there's a lot of trouble that not a lot of people know about, and they're unfortunately about to be exposed with what they have done. The situation is changing and ending dramatically for this person towards either the 17th or the 20th of this month. It's absolute bad news for them, and poor them, they want to strategize, but there's nothing to play with any longer, especially that they know that you're gonna know about everything. Someone will be telling you, maybe an expert is telling you, someone's gonna tell you about something, and this whole situation is going to end for them. I don't know how it's going to end for them, but it's going to end for them really badly. But to you, my dear pile number 3, this is going to be great news for you, because I don't know what this is, if this is a romantic relationship, if this is business. This, on the other hand, to you, pile number 4, is great news. Not what they've done, but to be able to, maybe you felt something was going on behind the scenes and you're finally able to put your hand on it. That could be a thing, by the way. You're happy that you're able to pinpoint it, to say, this is what I've been feeling, this is what's wrong, and no one can no longer do these games or do these things behind your back ever again. So you're going to be very victorious towards the end of this month. You're meant to know about this right now, and maybe you're already allowing some sort of expert to help you, or someone's just going to come out and tell you about what they've been doing here. It's even presented as a solution here, solution and victory. So the whole situation is going to come into balance, as we saw from the very beginning, once you are able to put your hand on exactly what was going wrong. And this is exactly what I see in your reading, my dear pile number 3. I wish you the best of luck with this situation. May you always be protected. And if you've enjoyed this reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Also, if you enjoy Zodiac Tarot readings, make sure you check out my other channel. It's the first link in the description box. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book, my dear pile number 3. This book could really help you out in manifesting what you want and creating the things that you want, and watching yourself finishing it right till the end. This book is small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate or waste time reading it. But you'll find that it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying the process. And so if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. There's also an audiobook if you love listening to your books. And my dear pile number 3, this was your reading, wishing you the best. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye.